Where am I? I'm so sorry. I almost burned my house down. Literally, I almost burned my house down. But I burned down a gift. Isn't that sad? Oh, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Brian, for joining us. Guess what? I almost burned my house down. Right? Crazy, right? Okay. So yeah, with the U.S., this was good for the U.S. because they're young. This is a young group, and they need this experience. So the fact that they defeated their rivals 1-0 at home was fantastic. It was great. So when George was mentioning that, if I watched the game, I didn't, but I did like what the U.S. did. I like that. I like that they lost badly to Brazil. Not badly, just the way Brazil played against them. It seemed like they were winning like 8-0, 6-0, but they only won 2-0. Doesn't matter. They still played a fantastic game. And the U.S., the boys, they needed that. They needed that loss in order for them to just shake it off or take out the negatives, bring the positives with them, learn from the negatives, go on to face their biggest rivals in history, and just defeat them 1-0. I'm sorry. Fantastic. And next time I will watch the U.S. because I am a fan of the U.S. Believe it or not, I really don't care. Plus, on top of that, the guy who scored plays for the Red Bulls, Tyler Adams. Big shout out to him. I know he's not listening to this because this is nothing to him. Anyway, so as I was going to speak about Arsenal, their former right back, Lee Dixon, has said that it's going to take them at least 2 more transfer windows for them to get back into the top 4. They recently brought in Lucas Torreira, who's a defensive midfielder from Sampdoria, Uruguayan. They brought in Bernd Leno, a goalkeeper from Bayer Leverkusen, a German goalkeeper. Socrates, center back. If I'm not mistaken, he is either Greek or Polish. I can't remember. I didn't look him up. But he came from Dortmund. Guendouzi, excuse me. I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's a center mid. He came from a second division team in League One, which is in France. They signed him, and then they picked up veteran right back for damn it, I can't remember the country he's from, but it's Lichtsteiner. He's the right back he was for Juventus. They brought in reinforcements, but not necessarily to completely boost up the team. They lost Wilshere, who was a great midfielder. I mean, if you don't know who Jack Wilshere is, and you didn't watch Arsenal in these past few years, like, you missed out on some good football from him, because he was even suggested by Xavi Hernandez, the world-class veteran from Barcelona, or former midfielder for Barcelona. He was suggested by him for Barcelona to pick up and sign. When a player of that caliber tells a club, go sign this asshole from over here, that goes to show you he's a great player, hands down. And the fact that Arsenal just gave him up was like, I didn't understand why Arsene Wenger gave him up. Like, not gave him up, but loaned him out. Then Unai Emery just came in and was like, you can leave? That didn't make sense to me. I mean, he's a great player. I still can't understand. But they lost him. Now they're on the verge of losing Aaron Ramsey, who is basically supposed to team up with Jack Wilshere. And look, he's currently undergoing talks with the club, but it's being rumored that he wants to leave in January. What the hell? Like, I don't understand what's going on with Arsenal. The only positive thing that's coming out of this is that Lacazette and Aubameyang are finally teaming up, and they're scoring goals week in, week out in the Premier League. I don't get it. I don't understand. And then on top of that, I don't want to criticize Mesut Ozil too much because, number one, I like the player. I think he's a world-class midfielder. But it doesn't seem like he's doing much. It doesn't seem like he's providing enough for the team, especially with where he's come from. I mean, he came from playing in Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. Then he went on to go play at Real Madrid, which he thrived in. He did a fantastic job. A lot of Real Madrid fans might not agree with me. Do I give a shit? No, not really. And then on top of that, Ozil has won the World Cup. I mean, that's a World Cup winner right there that you have. But the thing is, I don't want to say it's the club's fault, but I don't want to say it's Ozil's fault. I don't really know who to base it off of. It just seems like he's trying to pull a Ronaldinho. Now, I'm not comparing him and him because they're two different players. And on top of that, Ronaldinho's my favorite player, so I'm not bringing him in just because he's my favorite player. But at the end of Ronaldinho's career, towards the end of Ronaldinho's career, if you watch his games, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He never ran. Never. If he ran, it's because he had the ball and he saw something building up. He saw it. But he never ran anymore. Not like his days at PSG or Grêmio or Barcelona or even AC Milan. But right after AC Milan, when he came and he played for the Brazilian League and then in the Mexican League, he barely ran. He was walking. But he still did his thing. That's the thing. That's the difference between Ronaldinho and Ozil. Is that Dino, when he grabbed the ball, he would see the play building up. So he's like, all right, I'll set him up. Or I'll give him the through pass. Or this and that, whatever it is. Ozil, it seems like he's just like he's like, I don't know what to do or like what's going on. Like, it's like he's just going about his thing as if he's forced to be playing there, which he's not. He can easily leave. He can go back to Bundesliga and play there or go somewhere else. So it's kind of iffy. And then they signed Peter Cech. I don't know why. They had Ospina, who was, I don't want to say fantastic, but Ospina was a good goalkeeper for them. He recently left to Napoli. Great choice, by the way, to go to Napoli. Play under Carlo Ancelotti, who's a great coach, has experience, and he can give him that confidence boost that he needs. Peter Cech brings in experience in the net, helping the younger goalkeepers like Bernd Leno and I don't know who else he has there. They lost Sanchez last year. That was another big loss. And then it's just like, what happens now? A lot of people are saying there's memes out there with with Arsene Wenger and Unai Emery saying, did Arsene Wenger even leave? Because it seems like we're getting the same result. You have to go easy on the new coach because number one, Unai Emery comes from PSG, getting a lot of shit over there. Okay, and I can't blame him because of the shit that he's done at PSG. But then again, I'm a 24-year-old doing a podcast talking about him. So who you really gonna go for? But at the same time, he had a fantastic team. And right now he has, I don't want to say he has a great team, but he has a good team. He has a very decent squad. What should he go from here? I think he's on the right path to success. I personally think so. Because what he's doing is he's building it slowly. He's building his team very slow, very steady. He's not rushing into things. He's not rushing to go and pay $200 million for this player or these two players and, go all about and break the bank. No, don't do that. That's not what you should do. What he's doing, slowly grabbing players here and there to influence and boost the team up, which is good. Very good. But the thing is, Arsenal fans, they're not patient. If you are an Arsenal fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys aren't patient. I can understand. Why? because you guys have been named the top fourth team in the Premier League for God knows how long. And after the Invincibles, you guys have dropped drastically. Now, don't get me wrong, it hasn't been drastic to the point where you guys are close to getting regulated or in the middle of the table. But the thing is, you guys have done good enough to get in top four. Now, recently, you guys have dropped. You guys aren't even you guys are in the Europa League. Yeah, you guys are in the Europa League. So that's good. That's good that you guys, instead of not being in Europe at all, you guys are in the Europa League, which is good. You guys got to look at it as a positive. But the thing is, you guys got to go easy on Unai Emery. He's just starting out. Okay, he signed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players that I know of. I don't know if there's more than 5 players. I doubt it because I looked it up. But the thing is, the Arsenal fans need to take it easy. They need to be patient and see, what Unai Emery can do, because Unai Emery, it's not going to take him just a preseason to be like, all right, we're going to go fucking win. No. You can't just do that, because you need to get these new players molded into your team. You need to get these new players to build that chemistry and start trusting one another. Even the new players that they signed in January. Aubameyang came in, and Lacazette came in. I could be wrong on when they came in, but still, they still need time to mold. So the Arsenal fans need to take it easy on Unai Emery and their own players. I mean, what I never understood is fans attacking their own players. Attacking like, oh, go to hell or get out, sell them, whatever. They're your players. That's your club. You so claim to love. Now, I can simply go criticize Real Madrid because I despise Real Madrid. I'm not a fan of them. I can be like, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, and just turn my back and walk away. Now, what I do with Neymar is completely different, and that's a whole nother topic that I'm not going to get into. If you ask me, maybe. But no, let's move on. Carlos Tevez was in an interview. I don't know how long ago. I just know he was in an interview. And he was talking about the difference between Messi, and Ronaldo. So the difference between Messi and Ronaldo on, who is what, and who's better or whatever. So let me just read to you what Carlos Tevez said. Lionel Messi, I never saw him in the gym. I've never seen him train to stop the ball or those exercises. It is all natural to him, which is true. If you've seen Messi the way he plays, it's like the ball is glued to his foot. Wherever he goes, the ball is. If he's going to give it up, well, not even glued. It's like they're both magnetized. Now, if he decides to give it up, he give it up, but it goes right back. So that I can understand. But then he says, but on penalties, he trained. First, he did not take them, and now he shoots them all to the corner. Way to give it up, like his spot, bro. Like, Tevez, you just fucked it up for Messi. You gave goalkeepers the answer to everything. You fucked it up, bro. But with Cristiano always stopped in the gym after training. For him, it's an obsession, and being the best is everything. He always arrived at work early. Listen to this. This is what blew my mind. When the training was set for 9 in the morning, I arrived at 8, and he was already there. Dedication. Even if I arrived at 7:30, he was already there. Dedication. I began to ask myself, how can I get rid of this guy? So one day I arrived at 6, but he was already there. Sleepy, but he was there. So when you fans, and I'm going to say you fans because I don't compare Messi and Ronaldo. Do I like one better than the other? Yes, but I respect them both equally. Why? Because they both achieved so much. They're both fantastic players. I might not like Ronaldo because of the fact that he played for Real Madrid, and on top of that, he plays for Portugal. I'm not a huge fan of Portugal, as you guys know. And I might not like Messi because of the fact that he's played for Argentina, and he's Argentinian, and I'm a Brazilian. I'm a fan of Brazil. So as you guys know, I don't like Argentina. Never will, never have, and never will. So the difference with what he's talking about is that Messi, and it's been proven, it's also been proven, and it's been said endless amount of times, Messi is gifted, Ronaldo is a machine. Two different players. Have they achieved a lot that are alike? Yes, they have. They both have 5 Ballon d'Ors. Champions League, I don't know. All I know is Ronaldo has 5. Messi, if I'm correct, has 3. But that doesn't matter. I mean, they both have broken endless amount of records, and they both cause a lot of heat between a lot of fans. Why? Because they're both the best players in the world right now, currently. And who knows if it'll ever be topped, those two. I believe so. I honestly believe that Messi and Ronaldo will mark their spot in history. It's already, boom, it's up there. But will we see another Ronaldo or another Messi or someone who's not going to be in, replicate their history, but be better than them? Yeah, I could see it. I could definitely see it. Andrea Pirlo is coming out of retirement, supposedly, and he's going to play for a second division team in Australia. He's going to come and play for an Australian club named Avondale. Yeah, no, you're probably thinking, what do we give a shit? Well, I mean, it's Andrea Pirlo. I mean, he's a fucking legend. The guy knows how to take free kicks. He's classy. Fantastic. So Australia, if you're listening to this, which I don't know if I have a listener over there, but if I do, you might be earning a world-class player, a World Cup player, a Champions League player, if I may add. Let's take it to IG Live. Brian says that's the same thing as retirement. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, because what's his face? If you remember Alessandro Del Piero, another Italian World Cup winner, Champions League winner, he actually went and he did the same thing. He went to Australia, but he played for the first division team, which I'm going to assume Brian might comment saying that's the exact same thing. I 100% agree. Now let's take it over Liverpool. So Liverpool, their club legend, John Barnes, he says Jurgen Klopp, doesn't need to bring in any silverware. I know what you're thinking. What the fuck? What do you mean he doesn't need to bring any silverware? That doesn't make sense to me. Why wouldn't you need to bring any silverware? You're the coach of a historic team. I mean, it's Liverpool. They've made it to the Champions League. They won a Champions League. They're in the Premier League. They're a big club. Why wouldn't you want to bring in any silverware? Let me tell you what he said. Well, we would rather get silver and win the League Cup and finish 25 points behind City, or finish second behind City by 3 points and not win any silverware. That, for me, is more important. That shows progress. That shows that you're going to be consistently challenging at the highest level for the league, and that will mean they'll be challenging in cup competitions. So the whole idea of needing silver for me is not as important as getting much closer to the top, because if you're much closer to the top of the Premier League, that means you're consistently winning matches and playing well, which would help you in cup competitions as well. Yes, it would be nice to win a trophy, but I'd rather not win a trophy and finish second, 7 or 8 points off the top. What in God's name are you trying to fucking tell us? That doesn't make sense to me. I get it. I get the fact that you'd rather get closer and closer to the top, but that's like, no offense, but that's like Arsenal. Every year they've been top 4. They're close. They're super close to the top, right there, but they just don't make it. If you're a sports team, no matter what sport you're playing, you're always going to want to win some silverware. Am I right or am I wrong? If you say I'm wrong, Go fuck yourself because you're telling a lie. You're lying to me and you're lying to yourself. You're always going to want to win a trophy, no matter what season it is. You can have a bad season. You can have a good season. You can have an okay season. Your mindset is to win, 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 win. For a legend to come out and say that he'd rather not win any trophies at all and just get close to the top, what kind of fucking mindset is that? Tell me. You're not going to tell me. Because it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Why would you come in and say, you know what? We're going to start off the season right. Positive energy, and we're going to go for second place. Does that make sense to you at all? Because to me, it blows my mind that a club legend, air quotes, says, you know what? We don't have to win all the trophies. We don't have to win any trophy for that matter. Let's just stick to getting closer to the top. You know, last year we were 2 points off. This year, let's get 1 point off. Now, I know you might be thinking, you might be saying, Andres, you're exaggerating. No, I'm not exaggerating. Because that's exactly what he's trying to fucking say. What he's saying is, I don't want to win anything this season. I'd rather not win anything, but I'd rather get close to the top. Liverpool have so much potential, and they have a coach that has a lot of knowledge. He's a genius. I mean, I know a lot of people say Pep Guardiola is a genius, but Jurgen Klopp is also a genius. He's up there. I mean, look where he got. He knocked out Pep Guardiola's team. He fucking took him out of the Champions League, and he got to the final. Jurgen Klopp got his Liverpool team. That took him, 2, maybe 3 or 2.5 seasons to the final. Pep Guardiola couldn't even do that. He lost to Jurgen Klopp's team. And look how far Liverpool's team got to the Premier League. They got what? Third place? Third place they got. Taking the IG Live. Letting go of some pressure. It's the only... is the only just... I can't understand what you're saying. Only that comes close to my head. Well, I get that. I get that you're trying to relieve pressure off of your team, but that's not a way to do it. Like, why would you say, you know what? I got a plan. I'm going to go out in the press conference and say, we don't want to win shit, so we can surprise them. You're not going to surprise anybody. With Manchester City in that league, you're not going to surprise anybody. Because Manchester City is a hard, difficult team. And for you to get past... I get that Liverpool broke them down last season. If I'm not mistaken, all 4 games that they played them last season, they won. Great, hands down. But you still didn't win the Premier League. Okay, so even with that, doesn't mean you're going to get far. But my point is, don't go out there, especially being a team that you are, Liverpool, it's a heavy name. A lot of people might make fun of them because they haven't, done this and that, but they have recent success. Look at their success rate over the years. Once Jurgen Klopp came in, they did really well their first year with him in the Europa League. Okay? Then look, their third year, or basically second year, because he came in halfway through. His second year, he took him to Champions League. Final. The final. Meaning, Bayern Munich didn't go there. Barcelona didn't get there. Juventus didn't get there. Look at that. Not even Manchester City, one of the scariest Premier League teams, didn't get there. But Liverpool did. So, when he talks this, if I was in front of him, I'd be like, shut up. No. Shut up. You can't be saying stuff like that. You have Mohamed Salah. You have Sadio Mane. Roberto Firmino. You have Daniel Sturridge coming up. Yep, you signed Shaqiri. Behind you, you got Fabinho. You have Jordan Henderson. You have Wijnaldum, the Dutch player. You have Dejan Lovren. Van Dijk. the center back. You have Allison in goal. And then you have the genius on the sideline, Jurgen Klopp. You're going to tell me that you don't want to win silverware? No. Get that shit out of your head now, immediately, because especially, I mean, come on, dude. You're in the Premier League. You're playing in the FA Cup. You're playing in the Champions League. You're telling me you don't want to win any of those? I don't want to win those, and I'm out of shape completely. Moving on. As I said before, let's talk about Dybala. Because ever since CR7 signed with Juventus, we haven't seen much of Dybala. We have seen one full game of Dybala, and he came off 2 minutes before the game was done. No good. Dybala is right now being rumored to be headed out of Juventus. Who's looking to sign him? You guys should know. It's typical. Barcelona and Real Madrid. They're both looking to sign Dybala. Now, for me, I'm a Barcelona fan. I would love to see that. But guess what? I don't think it's the right move. Because Dybala suits the Serie A. And he's still young. He came up through Palermo, who, if you guys don't know, Palermo is a Serie A team. If I'm not mistaken, they're in the second division this year. I don't think they're in the first. But he did fantastic in Palermo. He stood out to the point where Juventus wanted to sign him. So he did good there. But if you noticed how Dybala played the last, I think, 2 times against Juventus, against Real Madrid, where was he? Anybody there? Hello? You couldn't find him, right? Because I couldn't find him. I didn't even know the fucker was on the field. That's how bad he was gone. I didn't know he was there. I had no clue Paulo Dybala was playing for Juventus against Real Madrid. The 3 times that they played, when they played in the final, he looked like a boy who was shitting his pants throughout the whole entire game. I couldn't see him. Now, I'm not taking credit away from him. Why? Because when he plays in the Serie A or even in the Champions League against those other teams, he's there. Oh, he's shitting on people left and right, putting the ball through people's legs, making them go crazy, setting up Higuain, or used to set up Higuain, setting up Mandzukic, or crossing it to Cuadrado, or just his shot. His shot alone is fantastic. It's out of this world. I mean, it's up there with Pogba's shot or even Coutinho's shot. Or even Ronaldo. Well, no, not Ronaldo's shot. Ronaldo's shot is out of this world. But Dybala, he doesn't show up a lot in those big games. And that's why I think he still needs to be. And on top of that, him staying at Juventus, he could learn a lot from Ronaldo. Who better than to learn from Ronaldo? Now, Messi fans, you might say Messi. But guess what? Your player doesn't allow Dybala to join the national team when Messi's there. If you realized, Messi didn't get called up to the Argentine national team. Now, because there's speculations that he wants to retire from the national team, etc., 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 you can defend him saying that. I don't give a shit. Notice how Dybala is on the team now for Argentina versus when Messi's there. And notice, Dybala was taken to the World Cup. Did he get any action? No, he didn't. Gee, I wonder why. Because he doesn't want him to fucking play. He runs that fucking team. So, Dybala, if you're listening, which I highly doubt a professional player is going to listen to this shit, stay put at Juventus. Why? Because you have a great mentor, a great football player there who has won almost everything that there is to win. He could be a great leader for you, a great teacher, and teach you how to get better, influence you to get better, motivate you to get better, motivate you to bench him. Stay there, stay put, learn, grab that experience, and then later on, if you want to, if you want to leave and be like, you know what, I won with Juventus. Well, you won everything that there is to win in Juventus. You just haven't won the Champions League. So if you do win the Champions League and you're like, okay, it's time to move on, especially since Dybala is pretty young. Dybala's in his early 20s. Then, okay, move on to Real Madrid, move on to Barcelona, or move on to another big club. Because there are bigger clubs than Barcelona and Real Madrid, believe it or not. You can't argue with that. One thing I want to talk about, and this might be my last topic. I am hungry. It's 9 o'clock. And I'm sick and tired of talking to you about all this bullshit. No, forgive me. I'm not sick and tired of talking to you. I'm not. Excuse me. What is it? Has anybody noticed the fact that these past World Cups and these past the media is solely focused on Europe and European countries? Look at the World Cup. The last four were who? Croatia, England, France, and Belgium, right? The last South American country to stand was Brazil. The one before that, which I personally think it should have been vice versa. I personally think it should have been Uruguay, because Uruguay did a fantastic job in the World Cup. They gave France hell. Unfortunately, things didn't work out well, and France, obviously, excuse me, they went on. But Uruguay probably had the best World Cup out of all the South Americans. But that still doesn't take away anything from Brazil, because Brazil they grew throughout the World Cup. That's the thing. The difference was Uruguay, they came with armor. They were ready to fight to the death. And they did. They did a fantastic job. I don't want to say France got lucky, but France they did what they had to do, and they won. Now, Brazil started off knowing that they were, Brazil. And they were a little shaky, because they were basically almost the whole team, besides maybe 4 or 5 players, are new, and they're like, wow, this is the World Cup. They were shooken up, which is understandable. They win the first game, they grab confidence. The second game, all right, we're starting to feel it. Third game, they're like, we're here. We're ready to win it. They keep on, and they start growing throughout the thing. But then you look at, now, don't get me wrong, I still despise and I hate Argentina. But what the hell, man? What a way to freaking represent your continent, or just your country yourself. What happened to Argentina? Colombia. I was rooting for you the whole fucking time, and you disappoint me against England. Now, I was saying that England you had to be careful with, but I didn't say that about Colombia. I didn't say you had to watch out for Colombia, because I knew Colombia was a threat. But you didn't prove that. You guys got luck. No disrespect to Japan. Japan is a fine, fine team. They proved it this World Cup. But come on. Colombia, with the history that they have, losing to Japan in the first game. You've got to be kidding me. You have to be. Then Peru. I wasn't expecting a lot from Peru. What I was expecting from Peru was to get out of the group. That's what I was expecting, for them to get out of the group. And honestly, I'm not, I take that back. I was expecting them to at least make it to the quarterfinals. At least the quarterfinals. But you guys had trouble. I understand that you were facing France. Completely understand that you were facing France. But then, and I get Denmark. Denmark is a fantastic team. But I know, I knew it. I knew that Peru could beat Denmark. I had that faith. And I was like, Peru, they're going to beat them. They're going to beat them. But they couldn't manage to get in there. They beat Australia, which I knew was going to happen. No disrespect to Australia. Okay, there's no disrespect at all to Australia, because you guys are a good team. You guys always make it to the World Cup. But Peru, Come on, man. Like, what the hell? You know, the World Cup before, which is 2014, disgrace for Brazil. Complete disgrace. We all know, okay? I know. 7-1 from Germany. Horrible performance. Argentina made it to the final. But did it really catch your attention? Did it really catch your attention? Not really. But that's not taking away credit from them, because they did make it to the final and they did whatever they had to do. They did whatever they had to do. Just like France did this year. They did whatever they had to do and they got there. But even so, Argentina wasn't convincing enough. And they weren't. And look, it goes to show that they made it to the final, not convincing a lot of people. And then look at what happens 2018. They get eliminated by France. 2014, who else did we have? We had Ecuador. I'm a fan of Ecuador. I have a lot of friends who are Ecuadorian. And they know this. I am a fan of Ecuador. Yes, you Ecuadorians might hate Peruvians. Peruvians might hate Ecuadorians. I don't give a shit who you two hate. I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of Peru and I'm a fan of Ecuador. I'm not saying that I'm in love with them. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, my point is that South America needs to step it up. Okay? I don't want to hear shit from anybody. South America needs to step up, because these European snobs are getting so fucking annoying. It's out of this world. I'm tired of hearing Spain, France, Germany, Croatia now, all these other fuckers. I'm tired of you people. I'm sick and tired of you people. It's annoying. Because guess what? I guarantee to you, Brazil can go to you, one of you fuckers, and destroy you. I guarantee to you, Argentina can beat one of you fuckers. Ecuador, Peru, Uruguay, even Chile can go over there and whoop one of your asses. But the thing is that you guys don't do it in the fucking World Cup. Our countries, I'm saying our because I know I have some South Americans listening to me. Our countries, we do it in friendlies. We beat the shit out of France and Germany and England. We knock them down. They might give us a hard time. Hands down, I agree with it. But then in the World Cup, what happens? We lose to Belgium. Now, don't get me wrong. Belgium is a fantastic team, and they did what they had to do. They knocked us. They opened a crack, and they got 2 goals. Respect to them, because they did a good job. Argentina, you fell flat to France. And don't get me wrong, you guys scored 2 goals against them, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, Argentina. Then Uruguay came in. Like I said, they had armors. They had the suit armor all ready. As soon as they got to Russia, like, you know what, we came and we're gonna make history. We haven't had a World Cup. We haven't won a World Cup in years. We're gonna do it now. And they were prepared. They were ready. Once I saw them in their second game, I was like, yo, that's it, bro. Uruguay going to the fucking semis. Hands down. But then you fall flat to France. Colombia. Hello. You lose to Japan? You struggle against who? Senegal? And then you beat Poland? You should have beat all 3. You should have beat all 3. You have the team to do it. You have the team to do it. We had faith in you, bro. And I still have faith in you. Peru. You finally get to the World Cup and then you do this? You can do better than that. I know you can. I know it 100%. I know that the South American teams can do it. Chile not making it to the World Cup. After winning 2 consecutive Copa Americas, you don't make it to the World Cup. And then on top of that, you guys play a friendly against South Korea. No disrespect to South Korea because they defeated Germany. They did good, and no, they defeated Germany. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. South Korea, you did a fantastic job. Good job. But then Chile played against South Korea the other day. If I'm not mistaken, it was today or a couple days ago. A friendly. They tied 1-1. What the fuck? Seriously. Like, what's going on? No. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Is that all these European snobs, and listen, I love Europe. Obviously, because I'm a fan of Barcelona, and I have a lot of favorite players I have a lot of players that I like in Europe, and I follow the European League. But when it comes to countries, you fucking people are annoying. I'm done. That's it. Like, it's time that Europe is shut down. Down. That's it. South Americans, you need to step it up. Brazil, you guys are 5-time world champions. If you don't prove some shit this fucking World Cup coming up, I don't know, like, I just don't know. Uruguay. If we don't fucking win it, because I'm rooting for Brazil, obviously, because I'm Brazilian. But Uruguay, if you don't come the way you fucking came in 2018 in Russia, then what the fuck? Peru, it took you 30-something years to get back to the World Cup, and then you do that? No. Not happening, Papa. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was Peru who took out Brazil in the Copa America when Brazil was a shit team. Now, you guys better do something. Because I'm rooting for you fuckers. I'm rooting for the South Americans. Even if it kills me to fucking favor Argentina to get out of the fucking group and get into the semis or the quarters or whatever. Chile, make this next World Cup, you assholes. Make it. Ecuador, you better not pull that shit that you did against Argentina. You better not, because I swear to fucking God, I will curse at you for the rest of my life. Because you guys gave that game up to Argentina. I know you did. I know you did. You guys gave it up. And on top of that, what pissed me off even more is that I saw on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Facebook, on whatever, on MySpace, whatever the fuck it was, that even Ecuadorian fans were going for Argentina. Hermano, ¿qué carajo es eso? What the fuck? You're Ecuadorian in your fucking blood and you're going to go for Argentina? What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that? I don't want to see that no more. So the people who are listening to this, you better tell your friends, your Ecuadorian friends, all your South American friends, tell them, go for your country and make sure we get it to the fucking World Cup. You make sure that we get their blood and sweat. Paraguay, you've been out of action for a long time. Step it up, mijo. Get up in there. Bolivia. Oh, Bolivia. I don't know what to say about you. Or Venezuela. Venezuela, you have a great young team. If you don't step it up next year, which is the 2019 Copa America, bro, I don't know what's going to happen for the next 100 years. Time out, let's take it to IG Live. Brian is saying, man, I'm Dominican. I love everyone. My country will never be in the World Cup. Don't doubt your country, mijo. Don't doubt your country. Because I have faith. I have faith in those small Caribbean teams. But getting back to the Europe versus South America, listen, you guys got to step it up. Did I miss any country? Did I yell at Colombia? I think I did. I think I yelled at Colombia. You guys better do some shit, man. Because I'm not wasting my time fucking sitting on my couch over there behind this curtain watching you fuckers play, and then nothing happens. Come on. You got James Bond playing for you, and you can't fucking get out of the group, and you got Falcao. You guys have Yerry Mina, the guy who scored basically more goals than any of your strikers put together in the fucking World Cup. And it was because of Yerry Mina that you guys got out of the World Cup, that you got out of the group stage. It's not even just Yerry Mina. Davison Sanchez, James Rodriguez, Radamel Falcao, Juan Cuadrado. I think his name is Juan Quintero or Quintero. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. That small little fucker. Who else you got? Zuniga, Carlos Zuniga, Zapata, David Ospina. I could go on and on if I had the list in front of me because I can't remember right now. But I could go on and on about Colombian players. Who else? Who else do we got? Who else do I got to yell about? In the CONCACAF, don't even get me started because I'm not going to start. No, I can't. The point is Europe. You're going to go down sometime soon. You're going to go down sometime soon. South Americans, you hear me and you hear me good. You don't understand English? Get a translator. You know exactly what I'm trying to say. You step it up in 2022. Okay? All of you. Step that shit up. I'm not going to have Belgium, France, Germany, England, Spain, Portugal, blah, 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 blah. Knock us out anymore. That's it. No. Chile, wake up. Brazil, wake up. Argentina, fix the fucking problems you guys have and then get a result. Make it to the World Cup and show who you are. Uruguay, bring that same fucking energy. Bring that shit all the way to Qatar. I don't give a shit if we're playing in November, December, or June, July. You bring that shit. Ecuador, don't fucking disappoint me, man. I'm counting on you, man. I'm counting on you, Ecuador. Paraguay, wake up. Bolivia, wake up. Venezuela, you got a young team. You got that fucker from Atlanta United, Josef Martinez. You got a goal scorer. All you got to do is put in the goals to make the fucking cup. That right there, my friends, ends episode 32. That's the end. I'm done ranting. Guys, please don't forget to follow my pages at MDF Podcast 1 on Twitter, on Instagram. Okay, follow my other Instagram pages. It's on the bio. We sell beautiful jerseys. Buy them. They're just sitting here in my apartment. Until next time, have a fantastic night. Day, morning, afternoon, whatever it is. Ciao, ciao, mis amigos.